Shout out to the shooters. Much love to all shooters looking to improve our shooting ability by improving our understanding of shooting. Really simple concept in this video that may help you add arc and range to your shot by improving acceleration up to maximum release velocity. The idea here is holding dynamic tension in the ball up to the point of release. So we can think of dynamic tension as when two equal and opposite forces are pushed into anything from either side. Two equal muscle groups applying equal force holds the body in dynamic tension, and when one of those holding forces is removed or relaxed, then the body is released from dynamic tension, and that other force accelerates. Right? Does that make sense? Force equals mass times acceleration. So if we have two equal forces applying against each other, then it's going to hold in place. But when we remove one of those forces, then the other force just gets released, and bam, acceleration. So the way we see this in the shooting motion, Steph Curry, we have the dip, two-hand dip up to shoulder. During this phase, it's a two-hand motion, moving the ball up, and equal and opposite forces being applied from either side to the ball, up until the point when the offhand is released, the non-shooting hand is released. That releases the shooting hand from dynamic tension, and it allows it to accelerate towards the basket for a greater release velocity. So theoretically, the harder you squeeze the ball from either side, the greater the dynamic tension, the greater the force from each side, the greater the potential for acceleration up to release velocity on release. So pretty simple, something you can try out next time you're working on your shooting form. See how squeezing the ball from dip up to shoulder affects your arc and range. It might do a little bit, it might do nothing, it might do a lot. So something that could help you. Brief history into dynamic tension for those interested in the history of this concept. The term was coined by Charles Atlas in, I believe, the 1920s. Charles Atlas got the idea from studying cats. If you have a cat or you ever watch cats, the way that they move, you may notice that before they pounce, they are totally still and then just explode out of nowhere. And the way that they do this is by holding dynamic tension in their bodies by externally rotating their feet against the ground is a way you can think about it. External rotation is a term used in Olympic lifting a lot as well, but basically if you flex against the ground on all fours and you release the front legs, then bam, you pounce forward. You're released out of dynamic tension. That's how cats move. Charles Atlas noticed this and used it to describe a way to move in a training style, bodyweight training. Further down the road, Bruce Lee adopted this, and that's how his 1-inch punches were performed. Hold the body in dynamic tension at great force, and release one of the holding muscles, and bam, 1-inch punch, massive acceleration in 1 inch. So that's how it works, that's how it's done, and this is a little fun thing you can use in your training or specifically in your jump shot to add a little bit of punch on your one-hand release. So hope this helps. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace and love.